Ever built a door in your game only to have it completely break or glitch out after using it a few times? Today, I'm going to show you the secret to building functional, reusable doors that actually work every single time. No more stuck doors or broken game mechanics. Stay tuned because later in this video, I'll reveal the one critical mistake most developers make and how you can easily avoid it. Alright, doors. They seem simple, right? But in practice, getting them right can be deceptively tricky. I've seen many game builders struggle with doors that don't behave properly. Today, I'll walk you through my foolproof method step by step. But first, let me quickly show you the common pitfalls that ruin most doors. You've probably experienced these. Doors that open once and never again. Doors that clip through walls, or even doors that accidentally fling your player across the map. Sounds familiar? Don't worry, we're going to fix all of these issues. Stick around, because I'll be sharing a simple trick later that will transform how you approach building interactive elements in your game forever. Starting with a basic setup. We just have a door frame with double doors. I've found it's a good idea to store your door actors into actor variables. Let's get 2 of those and hook them up to each door. We will set these to automatically send the value on game start, so we can capture them right away. Now we want to get each door's transform value. A transform is a combination of the actors: location, rotation, and scale. We will use the getActorTransform node to get this value. Let's just connect the actor to the actor input and trigger the getTransform when the actor value is updated. We're going to duplicate the logic as we go for each door. Once we have the transform, we want to store this in a transform variable. Now, we want to calculate our rotation positions. Generally for doors, we want to rotate 90 degrees or negative 90 degrees on the z-axis. Let's use a break transform node to break the rotation vector off of the transform, and then use an add vector node to be able to add our door rotation degrees. We want to do this calculation for both 90 and negative 90 degrees so we know both the open inward and open outward position. Let's start working on the actual rotation for the door now. We'll grab a rotation node. Let's set up our interaction as well. We have 3 different events we need to account for: open inward, open outward, and close or reset. Since we've already calculated these values in advance, we just need to ensure that each event uses the correct value. Let's not forget to attach our door actor into the rotation node. Now we want to make sure all of our rotation vectors are linked with the appropriate events. When opening inward and outward, we want to rotate the door 90 degrees or negative 90 degrees depending on which way the door is facing. And then to close the door, we want to reset it to its original rotation. For each of these events, we will feed the appropriate vector into the rotation node. We want to use a gate node in here. This will be used to prevent the door animation from triggering multiple times while it is still in motion. The gate will be open by default. and we will close the gate when the rotation animation starts. This will prevent rotations from stacking on top of each other. Now, we need to handle the rotation for closing the door separately. The idea is that when either the inward or outward opening animation starts, it closes the gate to allow opening. When this animation finishes, we will open the gate for closing the door. When the closing gate animation starts, we will close the gate for closing the door. And when the closing animation is complete, we will open the gate to open the doors. This flow of gates will prevent any stacking of open or closing animations that will prevent the door from breaking. Now, let's tie in the functionality to the door. We will use 3 box trigger volumes, one for the inward opening, one for the outward opening, and one for closing. The inward and outward trigger volumes will activate the respective events on enter. And the closing trigger volume will activate the closing logic on exit. Let's get these volumes lined up appropriately around the door. Now, the last thing we need to do here is when closing, we want to calculate the rotation back to the original position. This can be done by getting the actor's current rotation vector and subtracting it from the original rotation vector we got on game start. This resulting vector gives us what rotation we need to use to get back to the starting position. And here we have it. A door that opens and closes but will not stack up on animations, over-rotate, or break. Now we're going to clean up a bit and duplicate this logic for the other door. Let's fly through this part. Quick check-in. If you're finding this helpful so far, don't forget to subscribe. And remember, at the end of this video, I'll share an essential pro tip that ensures your doors stay reliable and reusable indefinitely, no matter how complex your game gets. And there we have it. A beautifully working door that works from both sides, doesn't stack animations, and doesn't break. Now, here's the critical mistake almost every beginner, and sometimes even seasoned builders, makes: not using a modular approach. Trust me, building doors as modular components is the game changer. By doing this, you not only fix your doors permanently, but also set yourself up for easy, reusable assets across your entire project. What we are doing here is utilizing the newly added macro node to create a reusable macro. We will modularize our rotation logic and then create a simple and easy to use interface to connect our logic to any door. Here you can see we have a very simple and easy to use macro node. Just connect the 2 doors and the 3 trigger volumes to the logic and you have a working door. And there we have it, a fully working reusable logic macro to make any door work. We can hook it up to other orientations of doors and it just works. And that's it. You now know how to create doors that will never let you or your players down. If you enjoyed this and learned something new, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss out on future game building secrets. Also, drop a comment below telling me about other game mechanics you'd like to see tutorials for. Thanks for watching, and keep building awesome things.